Boys Dynasty Podcast, the greatest podcast that you didn't want or ask for. And now introducing your host, Jake the gluten-free.
The real host of the show, Ed, and Eddie. Alright, so today I want to talk about a brave, bold, and innovative strategy that we are seeing take place live in our Dynasty League, the Chips All-In strategy by our boy, Eddie. Alright, so, and here's why he's such a genius. Eddie has assembled what might be one of the most terrifying teams in our league. Now, there's a couple of different teams that have a strategy of kind of a win later strategy. Myself, Peter, Ray, I think are all definitively in the I'm going to try and compete in 2023, 2024 category. There's a bunch of teams like Jordan Chall who've got he went young bucks. Didn't really invest in draft picks in the 2022 draft picks, just went kind of young, proven guys. He's going to be looking to compete kind of in that 2023-2024 situation as well. And here's why. I mean, Jordan's going to compete this year, but I don't know if timeshare Javonte Williams and timeshare Antonio Gibson are going to get it done for him. Just straight up. And like looking at Jordan's flex positions, of Cortland Sutton, Kadarius Toney, Kareem Hunt, compared to Eddie's, which is Travis Etienne, James Conner, and Julio Jones might be his. I mean, Cordell Patterson he could put in there. OBJ, Darnell Mooney is probably his actual guy he slots into that flex position. Kenny Galladay, yeah. He's not great, but Eddie didn't pay much for him either. So he's got a guy who's proven that he can do it and has a chance to do it again. And Mooney's probably the one who goes in there in place of Julio. But that's a crazy lineup to get past. Prescott, Henry, Fournette. Fournette was running back what last year? Running back 6. Henry was running back 1 before he got injured. Etienne, we don't even know how good he could be. James Conner was running back 5 last year. He's got running back 6, running back 5, running back 1, running back, I don't know. Stephon Diggs. Diggs didn't even have an awesome year last year, and he was number 7. DK Metcalf didn't have a great year last year. He's wide receiver 2, 14. Deontay Johnson, wide receiver 8. This roster, tight end 1, is stacked. What he needs to do is get Trevor Lawrence's bum ass out of there, put Kirk Cousins in there so you can actually get some fantasy points in that flex position. And this dude is rolling. Here is why he is a genius. You're probably sitting there at your house and you're going to say things like, but Jake the gluten freak Harris, what's he gonna do when all of his guys are old and using canes to walk around? Here's what he's gonna do. He is going to get eliminated from the playoffs one of these years. And he's going to look at his roster and he's gonna go, you know what? It's time. He's gonna hit that big red button, he's gonna flip up that little glass lid, turn the key, then hit the big red button. It's going to start raining hellfire down on this league because here's what's going to happen. He's going to sell Derrick Henry for a young running back and some picks. He's going to sell Leonard Fournette for maybe a younger wideout, some picks. Stephon Diggs for a younger wideout and a pick. DK Metcalf, same thing. He is just going to fucking nuke this roster, sell it all. And you know what? The teams that are remaining in the playoffs are going to be willing to buy because these guys are all proven studs. His entire roster is proven studs. So you know what? He doesn't have any of his picks until the 2024 fourth round. Who cares? Who cares? Because anytime he wants a pick, he could sell any of these guys for multiple picks. Anyone on the starting roster except Julio Jones, swap him out for Darnell Mooney. You can sell anyone on that roster on that starting roster for multiple picks. Anybody. This roster is fit to win now, and whenever he wants to blow it up, all he's going to do is he's just going to down tier his guys over and over and over again. He's going to down tier Derrick Henry into someone like I was going to say Travis Etienne, but he's on your own roster right now. Let's see. You could probably down tier Derrick Henry to someone like J.K. Dobbins in a pick. You could probably down tier Leonard Fournette to someone like J.K. Dobbins in a pick. You could probably down tier Stephon Diggs to someone like where's Peter's roster? To someone like I say Stephon Diggs. You could probably down tier him to someone like Brandon Ayuk and a first. Like, there are tons of possibilities that you can do, Eddie. When you decide it's time, my roster's old, I didn't get it this year. If it didn't get it done this year, then it sure as hell ain't going to get it done next year. Just hit that nuclear button. You are going to create an arms race, because here's what happens. As soon as you sell Derrick Henry to one guy, oh shoot, I thought you guys could see me. See what I was doing. As soon as you sell Derrick Henry to one person, everyone else that's left in the playoffs is going to be feeling that Derrick Henry pressure, that Derrick Yeti pressure. And then you know what you're going to be like? You're going to be like, oh, well, you know, you didn't get Derrick Henry, but I got this guy named Leonard Fournette. He's pretty fucking good. I'll give him to you for, that guy that tore his ACL earlier in the season. You give me that guy in a first, you get Leonard Fournette. They're going to smash accept. One, because that's a great deal for them. And two, you're going to smash accept, Eddie, because that's a great deal for you. You don't need that guy. Like, if J.K. Dobbins, you don't need... Let's take it back to the 2022 playoffs. 2021 playoffs. J.K. Dobbins was getting nobody any points that year. A team that's in the playoffs with J.K. Dobbins on the roster that just saw their opponent acquire Derrick Henry, and they're like, man... My team's like, I got some of the older receivers on this team. I feel like if I don't get it this year, I might not have a chance for another 3 years to make a run. I'm going to make this deal. I'm going to sell J.K. Dobbins for 70 cents on the dollar. And I'm going to feel good about it because I'm giving myself the best chance to win the cash at the end. And again, the reason I love Eddie's strategy is because he's pushing it all in to win the cash this year. If he does that, he's paid for. You get the second place gets their money back, and then you basically get 8 other people's because you don't pay for yourself. You don't pay yourself. In second place, there's 2 people's whose cash you don't. So there's $400 that you're gonna get. Uh-oh, baby's waking up. $400 that you're gonna get, and that's gonna pay for, what is that? 8 seasons. You've got 8 seasons to rebuild this roster. Yeah, I think you can do that, especially with a roster that's as stacked as this, where you're just able to down tier over and over again and get those studs and just regain those picks that you've been trading away. So, is Eddie an evil genius? Possibly. Possibly the smartest one out of all of us. All right, I got to go get a baby. I would love to keep talking about Eddie, but baby says no. It's time to talk about me. So I'm going to go talk to that baby about that baby. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later.